I totally fumbled the bag. And when I say fumbled the bag, I mean that I lost a very hot lead from having absolutely nobody to explain or maybe walk me through like hands-on experience. And I know the first thing people are thinking over across the screen is like, you can't be expecting people to hold your hand. Right. I don't expect people to hold my hand, but I do expect to be trained well if you bring me on to your company. And it was just such an easy close, it would have been. But lesson learned, and also lessons applied, not even applied. Lesson is just learned. I dug to find out what I needed for this woman's refinance. I dug to find out why she didn't need to present me with any type of tax information or W-2 forms. I dug and did my own research, but of course, it's too late. It's like lesson learned after the fact, which is, hindsight, always 2020. But I did try to win my lead back by contacting, but trying not to oversaturate or over bombard her with calls and emails. But sometimes in this industry, you're just going to learn. I had someone tell me, in an interview once, you're going to work, but you're not going to work hard, and you're going to make the money of a surgeon. And I just thought to myself when he said it that you're in it for the wrong reasons. Like, you shouldn't be in this industry just to clean up off of people. You need to be in this industry to genuinely help them because of real estate. It's a very Wild West market. There's no structure to it. You have to create your own structure. I recommend that you get on your own time frame, unless you're working for a bank, of course, then yes, there is structure there and regulators to go by. But if you're in the brokerage side of things, there really isn't. You have to create your own schedule, and you have to be self-disciplined. Hence why I've taken longer than expected to put out another video, because I have had to find my flow, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But I know that I'm not starting my days later on in the afternoon. It's going to start earlier in the morning. And I know when something isn't working for me, I need to bow out of it gracefully. And I'm not talking about bowing out of my career. It's just getting started. As you guys have followed, all 12 of you right now probably, but those that have actually watched my videos piece by piece, I started this journey back in October and didn't officially get hired until the end of December with a brokerage company, which is probably the worst time in other people's opinions, but I thought it was pretty good. It wouldn't be so rushed. And on top of it, I could take my time with learning things because it was over the holidays, but it's not the case. It's a perfect time to start refinancing. It's a perfect time for people to start buying homes. And it's a perfect time for me to get my feet completely saturated in the water and beast this. I'm just glad and grateful that someone did contact me and actually allowed me to walk them through a refinance, not even knowing how experienced or how long I've been in the game or how much skin I've put into it, but actually allowed me to walk through it. And I just am gonna have to eat that to the chin, and it's okay. It won't be the last one I'll have. It's definitely the first experience, but it'll continue on. But totally feel like, oh my gosh, I fumbled this bag. I have got to win it back and bring it all the way back in. So I will. The next adventure is figuring out how to stay out of the 9-to-5 corporate world. And the best way for anyone to do that, after watching The Big Short, which was recommended to me by a friend, it was a really good movie about betting against the market. His particular niche was the housing market that he betted against. I don't recommend betting against the housing market right now, this year, this journey, but I would recommend digging and finding stocks to bet against so you come out big at the end of this. There are billionaires being made at this very moment. And I'm not talking about Jeff Bezos. I am talking about Elon Musk. There are billions of dollars being made off the backs of the poor. And that's just what it is. It's going to continue to happen until the poor consume the rich. That's basically it. So my goal is to have this as my 9 to 5, of course, and to find other avenues of keeping myself occupied when this isn't as busy. Like when this year ends, who knows what next year is going to be like. It's not a consistent type of job where you're going to know what's going to happen from one day to the next. You have to just roll with it, go with the punches. But you have to have other things in between. A lot of the women that I've worked with, I can't say the men because I haven't worked with too many of them, but a lot of the women I've worked with are investors. They buy properties, they flip them, they sell them, or they hold on to them, and they are property managers. Me in particular, I don't know about renting out my place. I don't know about being a landlord, how I would feel about that, or a property manager. I honestly don't see me wanting the headache of having to deal with tenants. And that's the truth. Tenants are a headache. You're a tenant. I've been a tenant. I know that when there's a problem, first thing we do is hit the roof with the landlord or the property manager. And I don't know if I want to have that like hustle of a headache, but I know that I'm tired of being burned out and hustling. So to eliminate that though, or having to go that route, there is this thing called REITs, REIT apostrophe S. You buy the REITs, it's like having a portion of real estate, but you're not having to manage it. What you're managing is the stock. And I think that is the avenue that I want to turn down in the third quarter for this year. Because honestly, who knows what's going to happen with these new variants of COVID-19 and just a lot. Now I feel like I'm rambling on and on. But in jest, I just wanted to say, or get off my chest about fumbling the bag and not taking all your L's to heart. I'm not taking it to heart. I'm just going to take this as a lesson and get out the 9 to 5 rat race. Explore these different options. If you could be a property manager or an investor, or if you can get into the REITs. The only hang up with REITs though that I don't really like, or I'm not really too keen about, is the capital gains. Like, you are taxed on those. And REITs is a roller coaster. You can be making 20, 50 grand off of the REIT. Then you go to like trade or sell, and boom, you're hit with that capital gains tax. So you have to have that money right then and there to compensate for that tax. But the more I learn, the more I'll share. These are just ways I'm exploring to stop having to grind so hard. So to end this, here's a clip of what I like to say. Girl, I feel you. I feel you.
I can't do this. I don't know who the fuck made this up? Who made this up? Make something else up, because this is stupid. This is real stupid. I want the bag to chase me. I don't want to chase the bag. I don't want to get up every day and chase the bag. I want the bag to be like, Morgan, stop. Slow down, Morgan. That's what I want. Walking around penny pinching, sitting here for 8 hours a day, losing my mind. Nope, not gonna do it. Can't do it, won't do it.
Have a great day. Hope you like this mid-week ramble that I've gone on for the past how many minutes? I don't know now. But yeah, hold that out. Don't fumble the bag.